This is the motel where murdered sex worker Maureen Brainard-Barnes was last seen. In 2007, it was called the Super 8. These days, it is known as the Hotel at Times Square. Maureen is believed to be a victim of the Long Island serial killer, LISK. On the night of July 9, 2007, she left this motel to meet a client for an out call, and was never seen again. More than 3 years later, her skeletal remains were discovered among the bodies of 3 other sex workers at Gilgo Beach. Barnes was the first of the Gilgo 4 to go missing. That Monday, she was working at the Super 8 motel when someone scheduled an out call, with her using an untraceable burner phone. Just before midnight, she called a friend and told her that a client was going to pick her up outside of the motel. It is highly likely that the client in question was LISK. In the months leading up to her disappearance, the 25-year-old was under a huge amount of financial pressure. At the time, she was facing eviction and an expensive court battle to keep custody of her son. Although she had a job as a telemarketer, the wages were far too low to keep her afloat. As a result, she started making sporadic weekend trips from Connecticut to New York so that she could work as an escort. Sadly, it wasn't long before her financial situation became the least of her worries. On that warm summer night in 2007, she stepped out onto this busy street in Midtown Manhattan, anxious to make some money. Unbeknownst to her, she was being lured to her death by a sexual predator who had become extremely proficient at making his victims vanish without a trace.